Hi, friends. Welcome to Because Gingerbread, hosted by Shabby Meets Bling, Up All Night DIY, The Holiday Workshop, and Jody at Southern Seas. I'll have links to all the hosts and the playlist in the description box. Let's do another dollhouse transformation. For this dollhouse, I'm deciding to do a kind of a lighter classic gingerbread. I have this textured multicolor Rust-Oleum. This is a desert bisque and it has this really cool texture. For the accents, I've got some white 3D paint and some white apple barrel paint. So while going to like Home Goods and Marshalls and Ross, I've been seeing a lot of lighter colored gingerbread houses with just beautiful white detail, and that's it, not like the multicolored candies. And I thought that was really pretty, so I'm going to go ahead and try that out on this dollhouse. I had to stop and take out those white windows so I could finish doing the first coat of the paint. This paint is very thick because of the texture. With all my windows popped back in, I'm going to take my 3D white paint that I found at Dollar Tree and just go over some of the windows and the columns at the very bottom, trace around the door and the little dormer part above the door. And I initially went over the window part on the door, but then I ended up wiping that away. And while my puff paint was still wet, I sprinkled a bit of extra fine iridescent glitter into it. To get some sparkle on the white plastic, I'm just going to spread some Aleene's tacky glue and then sprinkle that same iridescent glitter onto it. Now I'm going to add white matte apple barrel paint, and I'm using a chippy brush from Dollar Tree, going in an upward motion on the roof so it really picks up that scallop texture. I want it to look like there's powdered sugar sprinkled all over this gingerbread house. So I start with the roof and then I move down to the bottom. The bottom portion of the house, it looks like a faux siding, so I just kind of go back and forth to really pick up the texture of that siding, along with the texture on this spray paint is really nice. It's like stone and it feels kind of gritty, but on top of this plastic, it really gives a really beautiful appearance and it looks like it could be cookie. So I think just brushing on the white paint with the chippy brush really help to bring out the texture and to really help it to look like it's covered in that powdered sugar along with a glistening frosting on some of the other features. So I want to cover the back so that the lights I put inside really shine through. So I'm just tracing out the house on this black felt, and then I'll just get this hot glued on. So now I'm going to add these color your own trees in the color Cafe Latte. I'm going to use 4 of them. And if you've seen any of my other dollhouse transformation videos, you know that I like to add a cute little matching landscape to all of my houses. So this is no different. Once the paint dries, I have 2 different stencils. So 2 of the trees will have the same pattern, but I'm not going to do them exactly the same. I'm going to shift the pattern so it looks similar, but it doesn't look exactly the same. And this white spackling I found at Home Depot. You can use the spackling at Dollar Tree, but just make sure you add white paint so you get a really bright white look to your faux frosting. Their frosting, I mean, their frosting, their spackling right out of the packaging has a gray tint to it, so you do have to add paint. And while that spackle is still wet, I'm going to sprinkle that iridescent glitter on top so these look like they are covered in a gorgeous sweet sugar. I have a couple of resin gingerbread men that I'm going to paint in the same cafe latte as those houses. And as soon as they're dry, then I'll add a little white trim. And to get my trees to stand up, I'm just going to hot glue a couple of wooden beads to the back. We have color change lights from Dollar Tree to go inside. You can use whatever lights you like. I love the color change lights. And I was thinking to go in front of my little trees. Maybe I'll add a couple. I have these My Little Christmas mints from Hobby Lobby that I could hot glue just a couple to go in front of my trees. For my gingerbread, I'm going to paint these cubes with the cafe latte and then hot glue my gingerbreads to my cubes so they'll stand up. And here's my completed gingerbread house. I absolutely love it. It's so adorable. I love the way it turned out. Just the brown and the white on the house. I love it. It's totally different from the other dollhouses that I've done at Christmas time. I absolutely love it. Let me know, what do you think of this dollhouse, my little trees, and my little peppermint border. I think every little detail is so adorable. I did add a third light. On the second floor, there's another color changing light just so each window would have its own light, and I think that looks really cute. If you like just the plain flickering lights, Dollar Tree has those as well, but I enjoy the colors. I think everything came together so well. The beautiful cookie trees, everything looks so delicious and cute. And here's a look with the lights all dimmed. Love it. I hope you've enjoyed this dollhouse transformation. I will have a link to the playlist with all of the hosts and also a link to my other dollhouse transformations. I think I've done about 10 of these houses. I really enjoy these. I haven't done one in a really long time, and I love the way this turned out. God bless you, and I hope you have a wonderful holiday season.